The Education Partnership is dedicated to supporting under-resourced schools. We provide free school supplies to teachers and students across southwestern Pennsylvania. So my name is Kiki Rice. I am the Advancement Director at the Education Partnership, and I oversee the marketing, communication, fundraising, and donor relations for the organization. The ultimate goal of our work is to impact students and teachers to create a community that is well educated. First is supporting teachers, making sure educators have the materials that would be most useful for teaching the curriculum. So having a teacher know that they have paper and pencils so they can give their children a reading assessment, things like colored pencils and crayons, and they're able to use their creativity to draw a depiction of something that they learned. It's trying to instill a sense of dignity in students, that they have the right materials to not only show up, but also be successful in whatever they're doing. I actually started a networking group for nonprofit development directors and advancement directors in the area. One of the topics that we talked about was this need for live, easy-to-use donation software. We were looking for it specifically for our volunteers, which is a huge group of people who come to our building and who don't give or hadn't historically given. And so I was asking around, what do people use? And someone had mentioned Donorbox, and I found the live kiosk to be exactly what we were looking for at a really affordable price. I was able to set it up our system, everything all in all very quickly. From purchase to utilizing was less than 2 weeks. Whenever someone comes to the building, we tell them at the end of their tour or their volunteer time, you have homework and you have extra credit. We're expecting you to go out and share about our work. And your extra credit, which we always encourage everyone to do, is to make a donation. In previous years, we've had over 2,000 volunteers, close to 3,000 volunteers in a year, and less than 5% of them made any gift at all. Since we have started having the donor box, we've now raised an additional, I think it's up to $4,000 from the donor box, just being in there in the volunteer campaign specifically. We had very, very little success until we got the Donorbox Live. And now, since we got it in May, have had a ton of success. We've also had a ton of success using it at events that previously had no credit card collection. Our golf outing is an event that we have where we sell things like 50/50 tickets and raffle tickets. We always encourage people to bring cash, but the ability to have a credit card on site to collect tickets for those things has been a game changer. We saw a huge increase in the number of people who were participating. And then we also had it at our gala event, our Teacher Appreciation Awards. We had just a standing kiosk. We encouraged people, if they wanted to use it throughout the night. And so we had a bunch of success. And for every extra button you make someone click, we know that people are less and less likely to actually follow through with a gift, and this has solved that problem. So yeah, it has a massive impact. Yeah, I said $4,000 brought in. That's about $24,000 worth of school supplies that can go back into the community just by having something easy to use that people can see, can get pointed to, and can access it. We have set amounts, but people always have the option to add another amount. And I'm always surprised how many people choose higher than what we were expected. It's just really easy to use. So that's really helpful. It's not just the pencils and pens that you give away, but it's the things that make classrooms safer, more comfortable, and engaging that are the real impact of what we have. Students are more likely to want to come to class. They're more likely to participate when they have those kinds of materials. And so that's one of the things we're trying to bridge, really expanding people's concept of what school supplies means and what schools look like now. $1,000 extra a month since we've started using it is wild for us, especially because we need individual donors so desperately to meet the demands that we're trying to do with our programming. So it's a huge benefit for us.